Welcome to today's guided practice session. Today, we are going to be focusing on our ears. We're going to do a little ear training. In fact, we're going to do a series of short ear training exercises. It's a progressive series where each one gets a little bit more complex from the last. So usually I say around here at the guided practice sessions, get to your instrument and make sure you can hear yourself. But for this, I suggest that you move away from your instrument. Turn your digital keyboards off, close your piano, put down your horn, and maybe move to a couch or somewhere where you're not going to be tempted to check these pitches on your instrument. The real key to this is just being able to hear these and really almost be able to feel them. You know, ear training is something that once it starts to really ingrain itself, and once we start to really get good at it and get fast at it, it's almost like an impression. When you see the color red flash in front of your face, you're not breaking down the hue and the temperature of everything. You just know that that's red. And it's a very similar thing here when you hear like a minor sixth, you know, oh, that's the sound of a minor sixth. And it becomes very clear that that's what's happening without even having to think about it. So in order to do that, I want you to just try to hear these pitches as we go through them. So we're going to go very structured here. So we're going to start with just single note intervals. So I'm going to say, what is this interval? And ask you to name that interval. And then I will reveal to you what that interval is. Then we're going to do harmony. So intervals played at the same time. What is that interval? Then we're going to do triads. We're going to go through the four basic triads: major, minor, augmented, and diminished. I'm going to ask you to try to hear those triads and their inversions. Then we're going to do seventh chords: major seventh, dominant seven, minor seven, half diminished seven, and diminished seventh chords. We might even do minor, major seven, just all those sort of combinations of thirds that we can hit. Might even do augmented major seven. I haven't decided how deep we're going to go there yet, but we'll see how the session plays out. But either way, we're going to do a series of seventh chords, and then we're going to do seventh chords with the bass on the bottom, like a very spread out seventh chord sounds, just a triad above to make seventh chords. And we're going to do cadences, we're going to do chord progressions with those, asking you to listen to that bass movement and then tell me what the chord progression is. Okay. But we'll get there. Don't worry. We're going to take our time as we do this. We're going to do very short bursts here. So are you ready? Go away from your instrument. Make sure that you can hear me nice and clear, and go and find a nice quiet place where you can concentrate on the notes. And we'll do a little bit of what we'll call blind ear training here. All right, here we go. What is this interval? Is it a minor second, major second, minor third, major third, perfect fourth, tritone, perfect fifth, minor sixth, minor seventh, major seventh, or octave? What is it? That's a major second. What is this interval? That's a perfect fifth. What is this interval? That's a major seventh. How about this? That's a perfect fourth. What is this interval? Don't use your instrument, just use your ears. That's a perfect fourth again. How about this? That's a major 6. What is this interval? That's a major 3rd. How about this? That's a major 3rd again. One more here. What is this interval? That's a minor 2nd. So it's no accident that I was doing those individual intervals down here in the bass region, because later when we do our chord progressions, it's going to be crucial that we hear the movement of the bass in order to figure out what is the lowest note here on our chord progression and where that progression might be moving. Okay, let's do intervals in harmony. So 2 notes played at the same time. What is this interval? That's a minor 3rd. How about this? That's a minor 7th. What is this interval? That's a tritone. How about this? That's a perfect 5th. What is this interval? It's a major 6. How about this? It's a major 3rd. What is this interval? You guys are so good. It's a minor 2nd. What is this interval? Major 7th. Well done. What is this interval? That's a perfect 4th. One more. That's a minor 6th. Easy way to remember that. Okay, so those are our harmony intervals. Let's add another layer to this. We're going to do triads. So, triads are 3 notes, and we're going to do just standard 4 triads, which are just stacks of thirds here. So a major triad is a major 3rd and then a minor 3rd above that. So you get this perfect 5th on the outside and that major 3rd from the bottom note up. A minor triad is the opposite of that, right? We have the minor 3rd from the bottom up and a major 3rd above that. So still that perfect 5th on the outside and that minor 3rd. An augmented triad is just a stack of major 3rds. Major 3rd, major 3rd, right? Pretty great. And then a diminished triad is a stack of minor thirds. Minor third right there. We're going to do these 4 triads. I'm going to ask you to name major, minor, augmented, or diminished. And we're even going to do, for the major and minor, the inversions. We're not going to do the inversions for diminished or augmented. You can just say diminished or augmented if it's diminished or augmented. But for the major and minor, we have our root position. We have first inversion, which is the sort of in the mood. And we have the second inversion, which is or the NBC, however you want to think about it. We have our minor triad in the root position, the first inversion, and the second inversion. Right? The Moonlight Sonata. So, for the major and minor, I'll ask you to name the inversion as well. For the diminished and the augmented, you can just say diminished or augmented. So, what is this triad? Major, minor, augmented, or diminished? It's a minor triad in root position. That's an augmented triad. How about this? That's a major triad in first inversion. What is this? That's a diminished triad. This. Major, minor, diminished, or augmented. That's a major triad in root position. It's a minor triad in first inversion. How about this? Major, minor, augmented, or diminished. Very good. That's an augmented triad. How about this? That's a minor triad in second inversion. That's a major triad in second inversion. One more here, one more. How about this? Very good. That's a diminished triad. Okay, so we've done single note interval training. We've done some harmony here, playing the intervals together. And now we've done some triad training, hearing these thirds stacked on top of each other, hearing the inversions of major and minor triads. Let's add one more note to the mix here, and let's do some seventh chords. We're just going to do some root position seventh chords. This is harder to hear than you might think. These are stacks of 3/3. So for a major 7 chord, we have the major triad plus another major third stacked on top of that, of course. C, E, G, and B is the C major 7. A dominant 7 chord, we have that minor 7th, C, E, G, and B flat, right? So you got the major third, the perfect 5th, minor 7th, all from the root. For a minor 7 chord, minor third, minor seventh, right? So minor third, then a perfect fifth from the root, then a minor seventh from the root, C, E flat, G, and E flat. Let's do a half diminished. It's the same thing as the minor seven, but we flat the 5 now. So we have minor third, then a flat 5 or a tritone from the root, and then a minor seventh from the root. We can do a full diminished, stack of minor thirds. That's all that is, right? And we can even do, sorry, full diminished is C, E flat, G flat, and B double flat, really, but A, just a stack of minor thirds. We could even do a minor major 7, and that's like a minor triad with a major 7 on top of it. So minor third, and another major third, C, E flat, G, and B. I'm going to ask you to name what 7th chord is what. Now, I'm only going to do root positions. We won't do any inversions of these at the moment. But I am going to start moving it around in different keys to try to fool you, because that's the fun. So let's start here in the key of C. What is this? Is it a major 7, dominant 7, minor 7, half diminished 7, full diminished 7, or minor major 7? Oh, there's a lot going on. What is it? That's a minor 7 chord. What is this? That's a diminished 7 chord. How about this? That's a dominant 7 chord. How about this? What kind of 7th chord is this? Major 7. How about this? That's a half diminished, or minor 7 flat 5. What is this? That is a dominant 7 chord. How about this? Minor 7. What about this? That's another minor 7. Major 7. That's a minor major 7. Let's do 2 more. That's a diminished 7. And finally, that's a major 7 chord. Okay, we're leveling up here. It's getting real, right? Calm down, folks. Calm down. So let's do another round where we do 7th chords, but we're going to mix it up here. We're going to do inversions. We're actually do them in more of a real life scenario. So instead of just a stack of thirds, what I'm going to do is a bass note, and then I'm going to do a triad on top of that bass note. So here, if I put a C all the way down here and then I put an E minor triad, that's a C major 7 sound, right? Very important. I can do any inversion I want of this E minor, and it's always going to give us a C major 7, right? Because we have C, E, G, and B. Now, if I were to do B flat, that would be a C dominant 7 sound, yeah? If I were to do E flat and B flat, that would be a C minor 7 sound. If I were to do an E flat minor triad with the C in the bass, that would be a C half diminished sound, right? Now, if I were to do a diminished triad, like an E flat diminished triad, that would give us this full diminished, the C diminished 7 sound, right? And if I were to do an E flat augmented triad, that's going to get us a C minor major 7. So now is where, I talked about sort of being able to feel these. When we're not stacking the thirds, when we're doing different inversions of triads over bass notes and it's giving us this major 7 chord qualities, now is where we really want to try to feel what's going on. Like just trying to feel that this is a major 7 feel. Like you can definitely find the root na, and then find that na, do, find the major 7. Okay, it sounds major, so you can find things like that, but just really trying to maybe close your eyes and get a feel for how these resonate with you. You've heard these chords all your life. Now it's just time to identify them. That's all there is to it. So, what kind of major 7 chord is this? It's a minor 7 chord. How about this? That's a dominant, that's a dominant 7 chord. My mistake. What is this? That's a diminished 7th chord. How about this? Dominant 7. What kind of 7th chord is this? Just try to feel it. You can try to hear individual pitches, but see if you can just identify it from the feel of it, the overall sound of it. That's a major 7. It's a minor major 7. How about this? That's a half diminished or minor 7 flat 5. It's a dominant 7 chord. Minor 7. Dominant 7. 2 more. That's diminished 7. It's hard to hear sometimes in these triads. And one more. That's a major 7. Okay. All right, it's not even been really 30 minutes and we are in the thick of it, aren't we? So now we've heard individual pitches, individual intervals. We've heard some harmony, 2 intervals played at the same time. We've gone through the different triads. We've gone through the different 7th chords, and now these 7th chords kind of in a real life scenario where they would be just sort of triads on top of a bass note. Let's continue with that triads on top of a bass note, and this time let's do a chord progression. So I'm going to give you the first chord. E flat major 7 is the first chord. And I'm going to ask you, what are the next 3 chords? So your strategy here, if you've not done work like this before, is to know that this is our 1 chord, right? We'll say this is 1 Roman numeral. You can do this either with the note names, because I'll tell you this is E flat major 7, but sometimes it's good to do it with the Roman numerals. This is 1, or E flat major 7. And what are the next 3 chords after this? Follow the root movement. Where does the bass line go? And then see, again, if you can find that chord quality. These will all be 7th chords, all basic 7th chords. No tricks yet. E flat major 7. What are the next 3 chords? Follow the root and then identify the chord quality. E flat major 7. What are these chords? Next 3. There's our E flat major 7. That's our 1. What are the next 3 chords? You can either name the chord or the Roman numeral. What is this chord progression here? One more time. Okay, we started easy here. It's just a simple 1, 6, that's C minor 7, 4, A flat major 7, 5, B flat dominant 7. Well, what about this? Let's try that again. Here's our 1. What happens after that? Let's do it again. E flat major 7 is our first chord. That's our 1. What is this? One more time, see if you can find that root movement and then identify the quality of the chord. Okay, so here we have our 1, E flat major 7, and then our 7, that's D half diminished, and then G7, which we'll call 3 dominant 7, right? Because if this were diatonic, if it were just 3, it would be actually G minor 7, right? Diatonically in the key of E flat. So this is 3 dominant to our 6 chord C minor 7. Again, 1, 7, 3 dominant, 6. Also a fairly common progression. How about this? Here's our E flat major 7. What is this? A little trickier here. Here's our 1 chord, E flat major 7. What happens after that? E flat major 7, that's 1. Follow the root movement, get that root movement, and then see if you can identify the chord quality. Last time. Ooh, Rogerio's got it. E flat major 7. Now the tritone dominant, A7. Going to our 4 minor 7. A flat minor 7 to our flat 7 dominant, D flat 7. So the progression is E flat major 7, A7, A flat minor 7, D flat 7. Let's do 2 more. We'll do a couple more. This is fun, right? I love doing this. Here we go. Take the tempo up a little bit, make it a little bit more difficult. What is this? Here's our E flat major 7. What comes after this? E flat major 7, that's our 1 chord. What happens next? There's our 1. Woo. E flat major 7 is the 1. What happens after that? All right, so this is E flat major 7, G7, A flat 7, E flat dominant 7. So all dominant 7s except for the root. E flat major 7, G7, A flat 7, and then the flat 2. E7. All right, one more, folks. One more. What is this? Here's our 1, E flat major 7. Here we go. There's our 1. What comes next? Again, here's our 1. It's kind of a rando progression. Follow the root movement. There's our 1, E flat major 7. What happens now? It begs to go somewhere else. It shouldn't stay here, but we're only doing 4 chords. Here's our 1, E flat major 7. What's next? One more time. See if you can follow the root and identify the quality of the chords. So, everybody's so close. E flat major 7, B major 7, B flat minor 7, F dominant 7. So sometimes these like totally random ones are the hardest because there's no functional harmony, but it's good for our ears to really get out of like cadences, right? So again, 1, flat 6 major 7, 5 minor 7, 2 dominant. Okay, let's do one more. This is too much fun. One more, and it's going to be completely, I'll try to make it as random as possible here. Here we go. E flat major 7. This makes no sense, but see if we can follow the root movement and figure out full doppio what's going on. Woo. That's horrible. See if we can find it. Where's the root go and what are the qualities of the chords without any function at all here? A little bit of function, but not much. Follow the root, and what are the kinds of seventh chords? Objectively bad. It's not good. It's good for our ears not to be led to just try to hear where the root moves and what the quality of the chord is. One more time here. You got it. You can do it. Sing the root. Oh, Ruggerio's so close. All right, E flat major 7, A minor 7, B diminished 7, F sharp minor 7. Again, E flat major 7, A minor 7, B diminished 7, F sharp minor 7. Thank you, folks. Super fun. Isn't ear training fun? Ear training can be great. So you can do this on your own. You don't need me or a friend to do this for you, although it is really fun to do with a friend. You can do this with just songs that are around you, songs that you're listening to, when you're out walking or you're out driving or commuting. See if you can spot the chord progression. Pick out the bass line. Try to find out, even if you don't know the key, you can say you can identify the one. Okay, we're in this key. That's the one. Where does this song go? Identify the root movement, identify the quality of the chord, and you're there. That's how musicians learn songs, right? We figure that out from the ends, right? From the bottom and the top, and then what's going on in the middle. So this is great. So we actually do this every day over at Open Studio. We have a whole course called 5-minute ear training where we do sessions like this. And then over on Open Studio Pro, we do our daily ear training every day, these little 5-minute sessions working on this. So come join us over there. We'll put a link here in the description for you so you can learn more about that. But thank you so much, folks. Thanks for listening. Until next time, happy practicing. Cheers, everybody. Have a great rest of your day.